Hey guys, it's me, AnneDroid. I'm being joined by the one and only Llama Down Under, and we are taking over for Lyrical. He's dying. It's okay. He's been doing this for like 15 hours, and it's our turn. And we're going to take you into the first secret game of the Open qualifiers. Very excited for that.
It's already in the draft, so let's just head on right over to it, guys. We've got Daunichi versus Team Secret, so this one should be interesting. We'll see how they go in their first best of one, how they handle it.
All right, definitely excited for this here. We have already got an Elder Titan Darkseer pickup in terms of draft. That is going to be crazy here. Now, I'm assuming Titan's going to be run in that position 4 role. That's what he seems to be doing most often here. But Darkseer, typical offlaner, not a whole lot shaken up here. There is a Wisp here on Daunichi. Do you think they're going to do anything crazy with that, or just kind of a typical tiny? Like, are we going to see a CK, a Huskar? What's going down?
Yeah, it could be any of those. It's something I think. Especially as you progress up in teams, you're going to be seeing folks have to be very comfortable playing the IO. They have to be able to handle it. It's one of those common ban outs, but they're just going to drop it with a Sven. Team Secret already have the Darkseer though. This hero, I believe it had a 70% ban rate at Frankfurt, and also just does ridiculously well. So Secret already having their hands on that seems like a good start for them.
Absolutely. Now, the Sven picked up, I'm assuming that's going to be the IO combo, and it is going to rip through everyone. So our Team Secret going to be playing on a timer here, because late game Sven is definitely something to be feared.
I'm not so sure for Secret. Now that you mentioned they playing on a timer, they pick up the Death Prophet as well. That's definitely something that could just be an easy setup for a push lineup. They could pick a traditional carry up next. Elder Titan always buffs people up like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just go for early push. It's certainly something you'll get away with if there is a big experience difference between you and your opponent.
All right, so Daunichi, they still need an offlane, they still need a mid. What other awesome heroes are still left in the pool? Because a lot of the offlaners have gotten some hate.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up, well, actually, as you mentioned, a lot of them knocked out. They also could try to run the dual mid. No, it's just going to be the Nature's Prophet. I wouldn't be surprised if they run a tri-lane or the dual mid, but again, we don't have much information on this Daunichi folks, so it's hard to say where exactly their experience level lies.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to go traditional here. They pick up the Nature's Prophet. I'm assuming that's going to be their offlaner. Could be something like a jungle or something like that position 4. But with the Lion and Io already picked up, it seems pretty safe to throw him in the offlane, let him rat it out. And now Team Secret, they're all in. They go for the Ember here. Is that their position 1?
Yeah, I really like this pickup. Obviously, it's got some synergy nicely against both the Nature's Prophet and the IO with anyone. Since you're expecting them to be close enough that you might be able to get off a Sleight of Fist Searing Chains combo, it's also just something that they really like playing, right? We got a lot of these high skill Ember Spirits, so we'll see how exactly it goes down. Enchantress gonna be the ban out from Daunichi, so interesting that they were worried about that support. Some puppy respect.
Absolutely here. So now Team Secret, they've got 1 ban left. It looks like Daunichi are still going to pick up a mid. Now they could go ultra fighting and go for something like a Qual. That's always scary. They could end up going for like a tiny Wisp in the mid, leave Sven and Lion to their lonesome. There's a lot of flexibility here for the Radiant.
Yeah, I like this. A thing that I think a lot of it's going to come down to, of course, is that mid matchup. If the Death Prophet gets off to a good start, manages to get ridiculous early levels, gets all of the tier 1s, Ember Spirit traditionally needing a lot of farm, but not so true, right, when you've gotten 3 tier 1s in short order. So for Daunichi managing to rally that defense. Luckily, they do have a Sven. You know, he's someone who can really help you clear creep waves with cleave. So we'll have to see if that works.
All right, I love the Witch Doctor here. It's just so much utility. You've got that ulti, you've got that little mini stun with the cask, and we'll see what build he goes. He could try to get that Voodoo Restoration for the max heal. He could also be like a max Maledict build and just go ultra aggressive, go for those early pickoffs, because again, you don't want to let his Sven lineup go too late.
Yeah, it's also super good to have against the IO again, with folks close together and tethered. You can expect some paralyzing pulse bounces. The only downside, yeah, I was going to say the Nature's Prophet, Treant's eating that up, but it's going to be Pudge as their mid. Let's see. We've got an excellent hooker here.
This is going to be a match here. Mid Pudge doesn't get more classic than this. Again, this is an unknown team on the Radiant, so we could be dealing with some like 7k MMR mind games. It could be more of that mid-tier kind of just throw your hat in the ring, see where you end up here. So we are going to go ahead, load in. Let me fix your overlay here.
Yeah, it's interesting. We were talking about it a little bit before the game started. I don't want to know what that link is. We're talking about it a little bit before the game started, guys, but a lot of teams have buys when you get into this. A lot of the more experienced teams who play on Face It will get a buy in the first round, but of course Team Secret, never having had to play through an open qualifier before, they get no buy, they get nothing.
Absolutely here. So loading in, I mean, if we're assuming equal skill level, which I don't really think you can do with a team like Secret in the mix, but if this is just a complete matchup 1v1, what draft do you think has better potential to take this?
I think that Secret's draft is significantly easier to execute. With a Pudge, you always need to get a lot of work done, is part of the problem. Your Pudge can become a non-factor if he's not getting off the ganks he wants. Even if you do rotate to other lanes, you don't have something easy to do against the Death Prophet. So I think Secrets is a lot easier to execute, but hopefully they can do something. They've got some chances of split push here. Sven, as you talked about, can get really scary really quickly with the rate of his farm.
I mean, he's got that Collector's Cash set, so, you know, he's legit. He's the real deal. Now over here, we are going to have Arteezy on the Ember Spirit. What do you think he's going to be able to get done with this? I mean, he's picked up a lot of regen, so he wants to go and he wants to be aggressive. Do you think we're going to look at immediate Boots of Travels? Or are we going to look at Rushed Battle Fury? How does he get the most damage possible?
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for the bots first, especially up against Daunichi's Prophet, just making sure that he can be equally mobile. But I think that the game plan, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just going to let him sit back and farm. There have been some discussions about what exactly is the flaw with Secret, coming off of some bad results, and a lot of people discussing the amount of farm Arteezy needs. So if his team can make space for him, it should be good for them. They've got Eternal Envy, Chillaxin, mid on the Death Prophet. Looks like they'll go for bottom rune, while Radiant will get top, and we already have things I don't know what are being said.
30 seconds to battle.
I mean, this is a EU qualifier, so there's a variety of languages being sprayed out here. But, you know, Wisp Pudge is actually a pretty decent combination. You have him rot, you have him do a lot of damage, he doesn't take a lot of damage, and, you know, the Sven is going to be very, very strong here. So if everyone itemizes correctly and gets free space in lanes, then I do think the Radiant have a good shot at this, but Secret, they are a powerhouse. They're ready to go in. Kind of salty about the open quals. They just want to get in, chomping at the bit, get it done, move on to the next. So we'll see if they go for this early game death ball. Looks like there is going to be a 1-1 rune split. Nothing too fancy coming out. No first bloods just yet. And it's going to be everyone walking around here. Now, Puppy on that Elder Titan. He's going to be moving a lot. And let's just take a quick bet here. Where do you think the first blood falls?
I wouldn't be surprised if he can get something done in mid, but it does look like he's headed down bottom. Obviously, they can really do some damage with the Ion Shell, and with Puppy there as well, that should amp it all up. I'm more interested to see how this Nature's Prophet ends up going in top. Witch Doctor can output quite a bit of damage, as we talked about with the Voodoo Restoration, would allow Pylai to trade very effectively. Lost it.
Yeah, I mean, Pylai is going to be super up, super aggressive. He is going to level that cask first, so he does have that little bit of stun, little bit of control if he needs it. Not going to go with anything crazy like first Voodoo Restoration. Now up top we do have Puppy just stomping around. He does bring out that Spirit, doing some nice zoning work. Lion actually getting quite low here. They are going to bring in Bulba. He only has that Iron Shell, so there's going to be no vacuums, nothing else to catch up. So they're going to leave Radiant with a warning this time, but that's a duel off going up very well against a try.
Yeah, this is part of the problem, obviously, with Elder Titan's Astral Spirit interaction. He's going to hit like a truck with 3 heroes in the lane. He can hit even harder, and they didn't have a response there. The Lion hadn't even skilled up yet, so didn't throw out the stun, and there we go. We'll see Puppy gaining more damage, but that's First Blood in the top lane. Nature's Prophet brought down.
I got the very end of that. Please don't hate me too much. Yeah, Arteezy able to go in, exerting that power here. He hasn't picked up any points of Sleight of Fist, which is super standard, but even at level 2, putting out so much damage with that Flame Guard, able to chase you down, able to get those easy kills onto that Prophet, because he's relatively squishy before he gets some items. So that's going to be a decent start for that safe lane. Now down bottom, if Puppy and Bulba can continue to hold this off lane, I think it's looking really good for Secret.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet's also still only level 1. I mean, the Doxia already almost level 3, pretty much going to get it off of this creep wave, even getting lost hits. It's a tale of 2 very different off lanes, and Nature's Prophet might be in the danger zone again if he's not careful up here.
Yeah, I mean, he's forced under his tier 1 tower at this point. Like, screw the Creeprilibrium. Arteezy's bringing it, bringing the wave into the river, going in, getting that farm here. He has 10 last hits, which, you know, isn't ideal. Death Prophet getting a little bit more out of the lane, down bottom. Oh god, there's just damage everywhere here. It looks like finally he may end up going down there. One more tick to Maledict, but down bottom, Elder Titan is able to secure a kill onto the Sven. They're looking for the IO again. They're searching in the Puppy. He wants to go through. He's going to get the stomp here. Connects onto both. They're looking for more. It looks like the IO will end up getting popped down. There's going to be an Earth Spike there from the Lion, trying to buy himself some time. The Puppy's chasing in the tower shot. It's not going to be enough to zone it back. They bring in the Sven, but it's already a triple kill for Puppy. Good god, this is some blood shed. Is 0-6. Secret are asserting their dominance.
Yeah, this is part of the trouble with a tri-lane.
Um,
Oh gosh, no, up in top, they throw out another paralyzing cask. They do have searing chains at the ready, but there's a creep wave coming in. Actually gonna be the flame guard that RTZ pops on up and just harasses Spawn Nature's Prophet. Oh, he has to salve right back up.
Yeah, I mean, him TPing in was just very, very cocky. Now, Arteezy is kind of low. He does have that flame guard at the ready. They're going to be bringing in the Lion, but there's not much they can do to catch up to him. He has picked himself up some good levels, almost level 4. Now, down bottom, deep dive in. Puppey is bringing in the Spirit. No mercy on this guy as Bulba chasing down. Ion Shell ticks on the Wisp. He's going to go tether back. That may have not been the play, as Puppey will get stunned up by the Stormhammer. Sven's looking for something. He's hitting. He's cleaving, but Bulba is going to go in. There is going to be a stomp. They kill off the Wisp, and that's Sven's safety net. Now, he's going to be dead once again. Puppey now 4-0-1 here at 3.5 minutes in.
I mean, yeah, this is just unfortunately showing the experience on Secret. You can't run a tri-lane like this into an Elder Titan. And of course, the other problem being that Puppey is just playing around them. It doesn't feel like we've seen very effective Lion stuns coming out. Now Lion forced to rotate up top, but I'm not sure that they can do much against RTZ and the Witch Doctor now. And of course, Puppey, level 3, already has Arcanes. Now going to just pick up some infused raindrops as well.
Alright, now we haven't talked a whole lot about this mid matchup here. Pudge v Death Prophet, and Pudge is not getting a whole lot. Looks like he's going for the urn, still won't have it completed yet as he did opt to go for that stick to build up some charges. Now up top, there's going to be a surround here. Arteezy going to be going in, Sprout will not connect, there's going to be a stomp. Once again, the Nature's Prophet in some serious trouble. They're bringing in the Cavs, they've got him locked down, they've got him locked up, and it looks like the Witch Doctor might be able to solo take out this Lion. A couple more Maledict ticks will do it, and Elder Titan punch him like an absolute machine here.
I mean, we've been seeing a lot of ET. ET's clearly shown to be very, very strong, but I was not expecting the first game that we got this morning to be such a dominant ET1. It is something that we've all been discussing, but anyway. Team Secret not looking to be out in the first round of the best of ones.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've got a little more life in them. We'll see how far that life can take them, but certainly in this match, it's looking very good. 0-10 here, switching over to the overall net worth. At 4 minutes in, it is a 5,000 lead.
We haven't even talked about mid lane. We've got a Death Prophet.
It's happening.
Yeah, they are doing the business up on top onto that Nature's Prophet, and again, as you talked about, they're just pushing in. The Death Prophet as well has Exorcism popped, Tonal Envy, ready to bring it down this tier 1. Pudge has 6 lost hits to Death Prophet, 33 and 14.
You know, he's trying. You can't argue with that here. He does have 3 points in that hook, so we'll see if that starts adding up to those really successful pickups, or if he's still gonna just walk around and smell the roses.
Yeah, no kills on the board yet for the Radiant, and of course 2 kills a minute up here for Secret. Oh, maybe, there we go, we got some rot action going out onto Puppey, but I'm not sure that they can do this. Yeah, Puppey drops the Spirit, there's the Spirit Siphon as well, and Pudge will deny himself.
Alright, he gets the deny down bottom. It's going to be a nice Earth Spike here. Bulba actually in some trouble. He does have to surge away when he's not silenced, but this could be really huge. Sven will end up dropping. He goes for the wall here. Does Lion try to chase? No, it will be Bulba scraping by with an inch of life. Very, very close there, but unfortunately the kill score will remain 0 for the Radiant for now.
Yeah, and that's terrifying, right? When the dog's here, you got 3v1, you manage to chain stuff into him, and he still doesn't go down. He kills your Sven, who's being tethered up by the IO. I'm not sure what is the best course of action.
Yeah, I mean, switching over to net worth, it is a scary story here, as the only one not surpassing the entire Radiant team is the Witch Doctor, but he's holding his own here. Over 1,000 net worth at 6 minutes in is pretty unusual for that position 5 support. Now there will be a tower deny mid, so Pudge contributing here, making sure Death Prophet doesn't start completely running away, but it's a very steep mountain to climb. Now, if the Radiant were to do it, what's their jump point? What items do they need? Where do they take the fight? Who do they bring in?
Obviously, it feels like they need to get something on this Sven. Actually, speaking of, there's going to be an engagement. They throw out the paralyzing call. There is very little hope left for this Sven. He'll get brought down, and now Io stuck there all alone. No way out. Going to get knocked down. Nature's Prophet dying elsewhere as well. 3 quick kills for Team Secret. And now, bottom tower.
It appears to be a bloodbath, and obviously there's a reason that the Radiant aren't tapping out. And maybe they think they can come back from it if they wait it out, if they get their Sven a whole chunk of farm. But he's 0-4-0. Hasn't really found much here. He's got that Morbid Mask for a little bit of lifesteal, but it doesn't really matter when he's being hammered away by 4 heroes at once.
Yeah, I think a part of the issue for the Radiant, they need to retake control of their jungle. They're going to lose the bottom tower, but they need to make sure that they de-ward these the vision that Secret has in there, because Sven needs somewhere to farm, and actually it looks like maybe up on top they're going to try to make a move on Arteezy, but he's already level 7.
Yeah, he is slippery there, and the hook goes right on through. He's actually going to bring a Remnant into the fight, so he's looking to go ultra aggro here, zipping back to base, getting that regen flowing, and maybe he goes in a little overconfident here. He's big, but is he big enough to take on 5 heroes? Not quite sure. He's going to get hooked back into the fight. This could be huge. He's fished up. He will take a Stormhammer. Arteezy will be the first to fall. He goes down. That's going to be a huge bounty going the way of the IO.
I am unsure. As we were mentioning it, I assumed that he was going to be forced to walk back to lane because he put a Remnant out so aggressively. But the Radiant do get themselves on the board, get a kill on Arteezy, and
well, there's a smoke gank, so they're going to make them pay for killing off their big old Arteezy friend.
oh, the Exorcism is out. They have to know something is up. A beautiful stomp lands onto 3. Paralyzing cost now flying through. Death Prophet kills off 2 in quick order. Puppey coming from behind, beating down the Lion, and there is only the IO left. Gonna have to take that ult to the face. Getting brought down, and as you said, revenge has been had.
Poor little bubble there. You see him just like climb into the trees looking for some sanctuary, but Puppey just dropping the ult. And yeah, I mean, it's an Ember Spirit down, but they trade for a full wipe, and the Exorcism still got some good time on it, getting some decent harass on this tower. It will be a tier 1, most likely pressure on the tier 2 as well.
Secret is over 10,000 gold ahead under 10 minutes into this game. That is a ridiculous lead coming on.
Yeah, experience not too shabby either. I mean, Secret have been focusing a lot on fighting together, so it's not ultra experience dominated, but still over 7,500 at the 9-minute mark. That's pretty good.
I obviously, you know, saving grace. The bounties on Secret are huge. So
Pudge wants some love. He's trying his best.
yeah. I mean, it's always interesting to see. It does suck if you're an open qualifier team. We have no idea how good these folks are. We are seeing Murder in the top lane. And now Murder in the mid lane. They're trying to give it a go onto Eternal Envy. Arteezy coming in from behind. Lion will throw the Hex out onto Envy, but they've taken out the IO Pudge going in, using that ult onto Arteezy, but he's getting very low there on the Pudge, and finally Death Prophet will bring him down while Arteezy has no chill. Kills off the Lion, and again a full team wipe.
I think at this point Radiant are savoring their time up against Secret before they tap out, but 1 to 25 is not exactly an ideal kill score to come from behind. Now we do see the net worth split as all 5 Dire heroes have surpassed the net worth of all 5 Radiant heroes, and well, Sven, the big boy we were talking about in the draft, the one with the potential to take this late, has not found any items in the last 5 minutes.
Radiant's middle tower.
I mean, it's near impossible for him. They do not have enough protection in their jungle. They don't have the awesome space to farm. Even when they're going out to their lanes that are pushed in, they're getting ganked. We just saw the Witch Doctor take someone out very close to the tier 2 in top lane. So
yeah, I mean, it's now a farm fest. Secret now they have all the time in the world to sit back, farm up, get an item or two, and it looks like Elder Titan has picked up that casual Hooded Defiance. Do you think we're going to see a full pipe right now, or just kind of waiting around for whatever next item he chooses to go for?
yeah, they could go for a pipe. It's not something where there's a huge amount of magic damage yet, because the Nature's Prophet isn't level 6. So, but it's just making Puppey harder and harder to kill. He can work on mech if that's what he's interested in up next.
I think Bulba's got it.
Oh, Bulba already? Yeah, Bulba's almost finished with that. So, but I mean, they had heaps of options. They could just all go blinks for funsies, and they're still not taking it down this game.
Yeah, I mean, this Roshan is going through. Secret feels so freaking safe. I mean, they've got this one Observer Ward here, but they're not scared of smokes. They're not scared of initiations, because, like, what's the best jump Radiant could get? Like an Earth Spike into a finger? Actually, Lion's only level 4. We have no finger on the board yet, but even if Sven went in guns blazing, he could not really accomplish much. So it is going to be an Aegis cleanly go in the way of Arteezy, so maybe he can jump in with those aggressive remnants a little bit more, because, well, that first one did cost him his life, but certainly nothing that's slowing him down.
He's not actually terribly, I mean, part of this is it's only 12 minutes in, folks, even though there have been 26 kills. It is only 12 minutes in, so it feels like, oh, how come not everybody has, you know, huge items coming out? But the fact of the matter is it hasn't been terribly long. Death Prophet, Eternal Envy actually going for that Veil, so suddenly Bulba, Puppey hitting hard.
Arteezy gets Stormhammered up. He's trapped in the trees. He may end up falling here. Is able to zip back to his Remnant. Again, he does have that Aegis if things went sour, but not really much of a reason for him to be all alone. Maybe he's just really enjoying this pub experience. just zipping in and out, not feeling scared. And he knows he's going to have to really work his tail off for these next couple of games if he wants to advance in the open qualifiers.
Yeah, as much as this game is looking incredibly one-sided for Secret, and all of their games today could be, usually the first day we do get a couple even games, sometimes there are a lot of stomps. You have to remember that there are so many games. The European bracket, I think, has 800, 900 teams participating, so there's just a lot of games to go through, and that's holding your attention pretty high for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see Secret have a little bit of trouble throughout the qualifier.
Oh,
nice.
We got a hook coming in. Like, he will go down here. There's going to be a stomp. They're going to make him pay. The back wall connects on everyone. The Earth Splitter. Too much damage. Pudge gets completely drained down. It's only the Sven and the IO left alive. They're running for their lives here under their tier 3s, under their tier 4s. Now it looks like they might get a kill on the Wisp. Elder Titan will have to back off. Takes a Stormhammer. One amazing Crypt Storm from the Death Prophet. Secures her godlike streak. Or rather, that's Bulba's godlike streak as he gets the kill with the Ion Shell. But either way, everyone doing a lot of damage and not really paying the price.
So a good start out here for Secret, looking like they should be taking the tier 3, maybe even the Rax. Obviously, respawn time's really short on the Radiant, so we'll just see. Nature's Wrath is going to get thrown out. I do not even know what this VK is. Is that Russian
like Facebook of CIS.
Oh, okay.
So if y'all are looking for some buddies here, Radiant, they're friendly.
Okay, RTZ gonna remnant back in, throws out those searing chains. They have a lot of trouble on their hands for the Radiant. IO getting very low. They try to give it a go onto the Lion next to. There's gonna be a hook over to the side onto Puppy, but of course he has that pipe activated, and now Pudge blown up by the team. Death Ward for good measure right on top of them, and Secret will resume taking the racks, not having to worry, even though all of Radiant just threw themselves at them. Secret.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fight under the tier 4s at 14 minutes that resulted in a full wipe for Secret. So, I mean, people have been questioning Secret being able to go through these open qualifiers, but they get a couple more games like this, and their confidence is going to be boosted. They'll get their chance to warm up, click those keys, and I think they're looking really strong here. So, you know, they've got a couple lineups that are working for them. We'll see what they look like in next game, but this one is almost assuredly a win for Secret unless something goes real south.
Yeah, it's not feeling like there's any way they can lose. And as you mentioned, it might, I actually think obviously getting off to a bang is really good for them, but as well, this type of warm-up, I'm sure that they played a little bit beforehand too, but making sure that they're in a good spot. Obviously there is a second chance if they get knocked out, but getting through on the first day, or on the first 2 days, just relieves a lot of pressure off of your team and actually gives you an opportunity to research your opponents in the regional qualifiers instead of being, are we actually going to make it? Do I need to research my opponents for the open?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, it looks like the final exterior tower would be picked off now, Secret. Like you mentioned, they've got a very steep journey ahead of them, but it begins with little steps, and this is one of those steps, and it looks like they're enjoying the walk.
Yeah, they are going to pick up that Desolator on
Radiant's
TZ. He's going to melt those buildings. That's what he's decided to go for next, and I don't see anything wrong with it, right? They're super far ahead. Just, they don't need to play maybe into that late game. Oh no, never mind. Okay, RTZ gonna get hexed up, but there's the Death Ward just ripping through Sven. A beautiful searing chains onto both, and the sleep. 3 already dead. There's actually gonna be a buyback coming out onto Sven. Puppy throws that Earth Splitter out. Not the biggest, but they're coming back in with Sven.
He's got the Stormhammer here onto Pilot Eye. Maybe they get a kill here. The squishiest of the team. Can they get it done? Sven has been kind of ignored, gets stomped up. He's going to go through. He's cleaving out. And it's going to be multiple godlike streaks all around the board as it's another wipe, including the buybacks here. If we switch over to more buybacks, Radiant, they're spread a little thin. They've got an IO buyback if they want it, but IO alone is not going to get the job done here. And this will be another lane of racks going the way of Secret. And it looks like they will have secured this win. I don't think Radiant are tapping out to the bitter end, but the end is coming soon, Llama.
Yeah, and this is what you expect from Team Secret. Hook onto RTZ. They throw out that ult as well. The paralyzing cost though, and the vacuum back. There's just too much damage.
And that's the Aegis getting reclaimed right now, so RTZ has that safety net for the exact second that he needs it, and Sven, I mean, he's enjoying the ride here. He's playing up against Secret and Puppy, the good sport he is, so even though Radiant have gotten clobbered, it's got to be a great treat for them to go up against such an amazing team in the opens.
Yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. Obviously, if maybe you didn't get put up against Secret first, some other team knocks them out if you are a good team, but it is, you know, at least it's something. They got to play against their Isles. Easy, just going in. Another Crypt Swarm going through. Oh, actually a hook into the fountain onto Eternal Envy. He's going to get brought down. buy that thing. And now there are buybacks on Secret. They just want to finish this one out quickly.
He's going to go in, no mercy for this guy, and he's going to get stunned up here by Ned Stormhammer. There will be Sven going in. He's got strength up. He's doing his best, but gets plummeted down. Witch Doctor popping that ward down, and it's doing a lot of damage here. Witch Doctor is level 9 here at 17 minutes in, and he's got a heal him so he can sit back. There will be an Earth Splitter. Nice backing to follow up. Do they have any more damage to kill anyone in the fountain?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a stomp from Puppy. So this guy, he's a fighting dog, and that's going to be another dead in the fountain. Arteezy actually will die back, which is, you know, that's kind of his play style, is just go all in. He smells blood, he's all through. And now Puppy getting very, very low to the finger of death from the Lion, who is now level 8, but the tier 4s are under siege. Unfortunately, Arteezy won't be able to join the party for this push. Now Bulba gets hooked back in, might be in some trouble here. He's going to go run away. He's got that surge, he's got the negative earn. They are going to bring in the damage. Earth Spike from the Lion is off the mark. Pudge goes through with another deny. There will be a Stormhammer coming through onto Bulba. 1 hit, 2 hits. Can they finish him off? Bulba is too goddamn tanky. The Ancient's under siege. They're looking for something here as Eternal Envy just starts focusing the throne. Doesn't want to play around anymore. Sven, he's all in. 1v1ing Puppy, who's Ghost Sceptered up. There's going to be a Hex here onto Eternal Envy. Buying some time. Sven will end up falling. They're looking for the kill on the Wisp, but Bulba getting very, very low. Can they take him out? It's going to be 2 dead. Bulba will end up dropping, so somehow Radiant have pulled out 6 kills out from Secret's feet. And now, well, everyone will go back in. The GG will be called as the throne is under siege, but Radiant, they gave a heck of a fight up against Team like Secret.
While everybody else was fountain diving, actually Eternal Envy was just working on the tier 4s. You do have to be a little bit careful if you're Team Secret. You know, obviously they were very far ahead. Fountain diving is something you can do, but you're gonna have to be careful because these are best of ones, and with the rubber band, you never know when you'll get into a little bit of trouble with that type of behavior. But they're fine. They take their first game in a dominant fashion. So.
Absolutely. So that is going to be Team Secret advancing. Europe starting a little bit ahead of schedule. So let me just switch over quick here. Yeah, we are not really scheduled to start for another hour, so it's kind of a pickup cast here with me and Llama. Very excited to bring you the coverage here from Beyond the Summit. We are here in the studio. It's an amazing experience. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and we'll be back very shortly with some more EU Dota coming up. So stick around right here on Beyond the Summit.